This thing is not stuck. Let's hear how it sounds.
Look at them good boys. One with the bicycle, the other one with the car.
One day I want to get one of those, dude.
Hey, you want to ride?
Sure.
We picked up a Ford Focus ST that's burned. Let's make some assumptions here. The way this happened, it seems like the car was in a garage and the garage caught on fire, and the car stayed in the garage just enough for all the plastic parts to melt. And this is only on the outside of the car. The inside looks in mint condition. It's dusty, but we'll take care of that in this episode. What's most important on this car is that it came with a lot of mods. I also like the design of this emblem here in the back, the way it melted off. I'm probably gonna keep this on the other vehicle, the way it is, just to have something unique on it. But we'll see. Write down in the comment what you guys think about it. Before we start cleaning, I want to give you guys a preview of how the inside looks. It's all dusty because when we picked this car up, it doesn't have the sunroof. And all that dust, whatever was sitting in the auction, all that dust just came inside of it and it just got on everything. And so we're going to be cleaning that in this episode and also washing the outside of the car. Some of the plastic trims and moldings, they melted, but that's not a big deal. Here in the back, it looks like this was the major impact of the fire right here in the back of the car. The spoiler melted off. The rear bumper starting to drip here on this side, on the driver's side. The stop lights, and right now let's go to the front and see how that looks. Look at those headlights. It kind of bulged up here when it melted from the heat.
Let's turn them on and see if they work.
Here, let's check that out and see.
Is it on?
No, maybe you
Yeah.
have to put the ignition on. It's on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's on. It still works. Everything still works on this car, even though it was burned, affected by fire, because it wasn't burned. Here is this side, front bumper, took some damage, it melted off. But it's like I said, it's nothing major. Look at the mirrors. They still fold, still operational, but they're melted. And the glass here, it got smoky. Let's see if we can clean that. Yeah, it's cracked, but that's okay. Here is the passenger side. Same thing happened here on these trims from the door. Door handles also melted off. Pretty much everything that's plastic on this car melted off from the heat. What's interesting about this car is that the paint did not take that much damage. Most of the damage happened here on the rooftop, as it can be seen right here. Kind of scorched from the fire. Looks like something dropped here. One interesting thing about the inside is that it doesn't even smell like smoke. It smells as if nothing ever happened to this car. A regular smell from whatever you get in the other car. One last thing that I wanted to point out, and which is really interesting, is how this tint scorched on this back window. That's the only window that the tint scorched on. You need to have some kind of humor when you do this kind of work.
I'm using some leftover vinyl that I have from another build just to cover the top of the car so water will not get in when we wash it.
Finally got the sunroof covered, and right now it's start to wash this car up. We've just finished washing the car. You can get a closer look now at the paint after we cleaned it thoroughly, as good as we could. You can see maybe it was repainted because the clear coat doesn't look like this anywhere else. It's pretty much cooked, it's coming off. You can see it moving there. Most of the heat was in the back, as you can see by the spoiler slash wing, whatever you want to call it. The paint got damaged. That doesn't come off. It's pretty clean as it's gonna get. The bumper is not salvageable. We got holes through it and melted down over here. The steel logo lost its color. The taillights are also toast, almost literally. The gas cap is not salvageable, also melted. The roof is what took most of the damage, heat. Something fell on it. You can see there's a couple dents here. Some over here and over there. It's harder to see that one. The pillars on this side also got melted. There's less damage on this side than there was on the driver. Mirrors are cooked. The windshield is also no good. And now it's time to get on the interior and clean that up because it's filthy. Nasty. That's about it for the vacuuming part of this. Now it's time to hit it with a wet rag. Get the dust off of the door panels and everything else, including the seats. They're filthy. Let's get that done next. This is what I'm going to go over everything once again with, just to get the nice clean look. Now that I went over everything again with that cleaning solution, the seats look really good. That over there is just normal wear and tear. Let's take a look on the inside. The back seats look good. The door panels, dashboard. Now it's time to put the seats back in, vacuum one more time some of the little stuff, put the vents back in, and that would be it for the interior. Now that we finished cleaning the outside and the inside, it's time to clean some of this debris that's still on the outside, some glass and more melted plastic. Let's get it done.
At this point, I'm trying to remove the smoke from the body of the car, even behind doors, behind fenders, around the engine bay area, and the engine itself. So as you see, I'm pretty much cleaning and trying to clean every little spot there is on this car. It was actually pretty difficult to remove the smoke from the body and all those other components on this car, but it's totally doable. It just takes a lot of time and effort. So we finally reached the end of this episode, and make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, comment down below also of what you thought of this video, and make sure you turn on your post notifications so you'll know when we post any future videos. Thanks everyone for watching once again, and I'll see you in the next one.